The most important is the belief system.
Yes.
If you believe this will heal me, it will heal you.
It has to be.
It is completely onto your belief. If you believe that I am healing, I'm moving forward, you will move forward. And I say that ego is also a self-protection. No? You'd want to protect yourself from maybe going into a party and people think that you have an ego and you don't want to come. But there's certainly that you're trying to subconsciously protect from feeling something by going into that party is you throw an ego. Because the ultimate goal is to be happy in whichever situation you are. And if you're happy, then you're happy. And if you're sad, of course. So a lot of divorces happened. A lot of comeback also happened. Because then you sat and realized that, okay, fine, this was wrong. I was wrong. I shouldn't have broken up. So I have seen a lot of relationship coming back together. And I've seen a lot of relationship breaking also. There's a slight disalignment of your purpose of life. So look for it. Calm down. Pause. Sit. Analyze.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
And welcome to Unleash. Today is an extremely amazing and exciting day. I have an extremely enticing guest with me, Miss BODHI from the wellness side. And we have been planning to do this podcast for the longest of time. And finally, we have got ourselves in one room. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
My dear, tell us about yourself to the audience and your beautiful journey.
Wow. When someone asks me, how did you come into the healing side of the
wellness
side, the healing side of your life or the other's life, I sit back and I sometimes think that really, how did it happen? Because I never planned this. There was no career shift for me. I never planned to shift my career as a banking professional to where I am today. But when I think of it right now, I think it was all destined. I feel nice and I feel the chosen one to be in this field where I connect with people whose pain, even the sadness, a little part of it, if it goes away from their life, in whichever way that I can help them to come out of it, it's a blessing for me then.
Amazing. What I really want to understand is that you were the finance practitioner, and that is like especially from the female side, like a very unique and difficult field to step into. So how was that corporate journey?
I would say it was good because I've been there with a multinational bank for 5 years. I was doing good. But then somewhere, if I look back now, because when you are in that moment, you never figure out as to what you're feeling. But now when I look back, I see that I wasn't happy. So there was something that was certainly missing. The missing part was I never had time for myself. And then you have a hit in your life. And I think my hit, with all the stress that I was going through and no time for myself, even to breathe for a while, it happened during my pregnancy when it was not going the way it's supposed to be. And when that hit happened, I decided to quit my corporate job and focus more onto the life that I am, ready to bring it into this world, which is more priority and more important for me. Because I think if you ask me today, out of everything, I would say being a mother has been a true blessing for me.
Wow.
And I really like being a mother. So
isn't it beautiful?
It's very beautiful. I guess we all are super blessed as, we have our kids around.
Absolutely.
And I think that it's a very beautiful feeling. So, yeah, I think the decision that I took almost 14 years back, I have no regrets. I feel happy that I took that decision.
Phenomenal. I'm feeling so lifted listening to these beautiful affirmations and the feeling of gratitude.
Yes.
BODHI, I want you to shed some light for our audience and listeners about the dynamics of sound healing, of hypnotherapy and wellness. What is this beautiful industry about?
See, my journey into wellness started 14 years back when I had almost had nothing to do, I would say, that time, because no job and pretty much involved in my child. And that's when the fitness journey started. And I never had planned that I will come and be a coach one day into fitness, but it happened very
Did you have a mentor?
I had a I think, you get those angels in your life who will
Absolutely.
just pull you out, and they meet you for very small period of time. They make you meet your goal and they just go away. I think my,
Yes.
the coach at that moment who was helping me to do this was that angel. And when this happened, I never thought that he will push me to come into this field. And he said that you're damn good, you do everything. And there used to be a lot of contest into our gym at that moment, and I kept winning all of them among the members, and
Wow, so
everything.
you are also into the fitness, health.
Exactly. So then I think one hit that happened once was there was a thing going into the gym that you have to beat the trainer basically. So
All right,
so
challenge.
The challenge was going, and then this challenge was against the female members towards the female trainers, and then she was the manager of a very renowned gym at that moment, and me and her, and eventually I was the one who was the winner. So that's when I decided that I want to come into it, and I want to actually make people do what I can also do, because there's nothing that is unstoppable for you, and you can definitely achieve if you want. So yes, and that's how my journey into fitness started. God has always been very kind to me, that I always say that He has really favored me that ways. When I started my fitness journey as a coach, because there was a time when I was in US for like 6 months, and where I did my certifications and everything, and I came
Wonderful.
back. Yeah. And then I started, and touch wood, I had a real good clients at that moment. I still have them.
I will
with
be
me.
one of your clients very soon as well.
Yes, I still have them for so many years, and these people are like very good and renowned in Dubai. So I feel lucky
You
that
feel
ways.
the love, the community, and all
Yeah.
of this coming together,
Coming
in
together.
such a beautifully orchestrated way. What is Hypnogym?
So Hypnogym, I'll tell you, there's a story behind Hypnogym.
It's amazing. This is my first time.
Yeah, this is my baby. I have created Hypnogym. This
Okay.
is the one and only in UAE. I'm very proudly.
So
I
we're
say
the
that
first
to-
ones, everyone, to
Yes.
have a very special dynamic being shared by
Yes.
BODHI today.
So Hypnogym is the one that I have worked a lot on to create it, and touch wood, my clients who are part of Hypnogym is getting the results basically.
Okay.
So what happened when I was training people into my fitness journey, and I understand that the days they had like a low, maybe a fight at home, maybe with the friends, something is off.
It's normal.
And it just reflects in the workout. It will reflect in the workout. It will certainly bring in an injury into their workout. And this was happening quite often. I never understand. And I was very curious at that time, because, the seminars that we attend we upgrade our certification, then we study more about your physical thing, your, the muscles and how it, but
Yes.
there was no connection to understand how the mind is operating your muscles in the body. So I wanted to understand that. And it so happened that I was going through one of my phase in my life where my friend referred me to one of the hypnotherapists in Dubai, and she said, just go try it, maybe something will shift. And it had a major shift in my,
Amazing.
I had a major shift, I will tell you.
Just keep talking,
Yes,
yes.
and then I called her after like 8 days, and I called her and I said that, what did you do? I really want to do this, and I want to understand that how does it work, and because there was a huge shift that I could see in myself.
Were you having like body aches, like gym burnout?
No, I will tell you. It's very. Why I believed into hypnotherapy was because the evidence that was given to me was on the papers. So I was diagnosed with thyroid at the moment, and I was pretty depressed at how did it happen, because now, it's going to stay with. And then it was Hashimoto. Again, it's an autoimmune disorder that you get. So I was pretty working onto it and not understanding how did it happen to me, because I have been very focused in my life, eat well, work out, everything is
Yes.
good. So that's when I went to her, and she was very confident. She was like, you just go get your test done after a week and you will see. how it changes, because I was like a very non-believer as to something like this can actually
For sure.
shift anything into your body. But to my surprise, when I did the results, it was, my thyroid used to be like 7.8 or something with medicine at the moment. But after the therapy, the one therapy I'm talking about, just one single therapy, my thyroid reading was 0.17. I still have that report with me. And my dose from, like, I was taking 100 was brought back to 75, now to 50, and now currently I'm on 25. I'm still working on to Hashimoto, because it's an autoimmune condition where you can't reverse it. So,
But you have significantly made it absolutely like to none.
yes. So that was when I saw it, and I was like, I need to study. When hypnotherapy happened and I started studying it, I understood that why my clients were unable to perform, why the injuries were happening to them when we were doing the workout. Because as a personal trainer, I have been a listener to a lot of their stories. When we do workout, they tend to open up, they tend to share with you, because it's a very safe place for my clients
yes.
to share it with me. So then I knew, and then I started combining these, modality as to, if this is happening, then this is coming up.
Amazing, and you found that hack.
And then I got that hack, and then I started working towards the disease side as to what emotion is eventually triggering your body to bring the disease into your body, because disease is supposed to be the last stage of your emotion.
Because your body gives signs,
Symptoms, everything.
And another thing is that I feel, because I also love to go and I'm regular in the gym, but if your mind is not focused into the whole workout, the body won't even, it won't impact the way when you are completely aligned with the mind, body, soul.
Yes.
And also if you are tired, or if you are, you haven't gotten the right sleep and everything, you definitely end up getting an injury.
Yes, you do. The first and the basic thing is you have to be present in the moment. So that's when I started making my clients say, before we begin even if it is a hypnotherapy or it is a fitness, I make them say that, there is a line that I keep on telling them, repeat 5 times in your own mind that I'm fully present in my body right here, right now. Because what happens is, I'll give you a very simple example, that I ask you that, where were you right now? But your mind knows that you were late from home. Let's take an example. And you say, I was stuck in the traffic. So the mind knows she was home.
Exactly.
But what you say is incorrect.
There's no alignment.
So now the mind is confused. But that's not true.
And that will reflect in your body language.
So that comes to your throat. Now your throat chakra will get blocked. But where did you speak it from? From your mouth. So the frequency at which the throat chakra has to work on, now it has a mismatch with the brain, because the brain is sending in a different signal. You are speaking a different language.
Wow.
So that's like, the energy centers in the body starts getting stuck. That's when sound healing happened. So that's how I went ahead and completed my sound healing certification, because I really wanted to work on the energy centers of the body, because that's when I started to understand that.
Let's take a moment to take that all in, everyone, because how I feel that 1 + 1 is making sense, and how no one opened up their, aspect to this important element. I think that it also comes with the experience, right? You can't just have a snap, because you were continuously in that health regime, and you were inquisitive to know the root cause.
Yes.
Right? There are so many things that are combining, like, if you have some issue with your health, and then if you're not performing 100%, and then going back and doing that research, sitting with those mentors, and so it's all experience.
I guess you need a little of madness there, because eventually after the hypnotherapy, when I started working with my friends, very close ones, and the shift started to be seen.
Yes.
And then a very close friend of mine was also my, the fitness client, and I did few therapies with her. And the issue was, she was never able to lose the weight from her hips, because, we have a figure. Everybody
Yes.
has their physique.
Unique.
And then she was like, this doesn't go. I said, okay, let's do one thing. And it was a trial.
And you didn't give up. You said you will make that change.
Yeah. I was like, okay,
Wow.
let's try.
I love you.
That I'm just giving you where Hypnogym actually took a birth. So I said, let's try this. I want to try something on you. Are you okay? And she was like, okay, let's do it. As far as I'm getting the result, nothing to worry about. So we went, and along with the workout, I started doing hypnotherapy only for her specific hip area.
Right.
And we
Spot
started to dig
reduction.
into why the fat is not going away and why the body is holding fat on that area, even if the rest of the body started to give up. But this side of the body is not giving up the fat. And then there was a story. And then there was a story that came up into hypnotherapy. And
Please share that story.
so that story was when she was 3 years old with the physical abuse that she had. And it was a repetitive abuse that she had
And
to
the
go through.
emotions were stored.
And it was basically fat into meta science is a protection. You seek protection from something. So you basically try to put on fat on that area.
Survival mode.
Yeah, survive. So that nobody see that area. So nobody will see that area because it is so protected and covered up with a layer of fat that I will never have to go through it again. And then there was a lot of catharsis that came up. And today, actually, she was the one who pushed me into you have to bring
Exploring
this.
the-
Yes, you have to bring this to the world. You have to give it a name and come into it and say
Because
that.
it is healing so many lives.
Yeah.
It's making that change
That
for
change.
for healing all that.
Correct.
We all have some kind of innate trauma.
We all have.
And which we have not resolved, which becomes a disease.
Eventually, it does.
And we need the right guided professional practitioners to bring about that. Because, like when you are sick, you'll go to the doctor, right? And take that medicine. So, similarly for this is the most important aspect.
It is. It is. It is a very. See, not all traumas would need a therapy. I disagree with a lot of people. They say that your childhood trauma, that the inner child we talk about needs a therapy. You need to let. Not all of them, because I think sitting with a friend, chatting, letting your heart out is also a healing. These days, people are so busy. Like you hardly have enough time for yourself that you will give it to someone else. And that's where I guess all the healers and the therapist come into picture, because there is someone who's listening to you.
Yes. And the right person.
And the right person. And that will guide you into the right direction of how you can actually meet yourself with that
Yes.
sorrow.
Okay, so now how do you see that change of yourself before you came into this field? I was meaning to ask this question.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between your old self and your new self? Like, how do you take things differently now in terms of emotions, in terms of dealing with people, deadlines, opportunities, business?
I would say I've become very calm. I've become very calm.
I just saw that when I was coming in and I saw you and I was all over and you were just completely in your Zen zone.
I have become very calm, I would say. And to that, my husband also says that, to what I was. I was very aggressive, always to-do list, running out of time. Till date, I would not say that I'm never on time. I'm always on time. You give me a time, I'll be there by no matter what. But I'm not running anymore. There's nothing that I have to achieve. There's nothing I feel that I have to complete.
Beautiful.
So this change I feel in myself.
Don't you think you have embraced the actual true purpose of life?
I guess, yes, this is my purpose of life. I think, to each individual, I would like to say that in whichever part of your life you are right now, and you fight with the situation, that means you are not aligned with the purpose of your life. If you are fighting in a situation, this is a very easy way of the higher self telling you that, there's a slight disalignment of your purpose of life. So look for it, calm down, pause, sit, analyze.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it. And if at all, you are born with a certain purpose of life, but now that you come into the world and you see that, oh my God, there is another beauty that I have to explore.
Right.
So there's one exercise I always tell my clients to do. It is the left hand and the right hand exercise. So you get up in the morning and look at your left hand and say that I take responsibility of whatever I have planned in this life. Then you look to your right hand, because the lines on the right hand keeps changing. And then you say, to the higher self that I'm ready to fight for it. Provide me the resources. Universe will always give you the resources to fight for it.
It will come to you, but if you have the intention, you set.
It will come to you.
Mindfully.
Yeah, you have to ask also. You have to ask.
Of course.
To come. Please, I'm waiting for you.
But I think I want, so how do your clients like, what is the difference that your clients have found getting all, working with you, having your support, you being their practitioner? Like, how do you feel when you get those positive notes?
I feel good. I'll give you an example of a recent Hypnogym client I have, and she's a 24-year-old girl. And with the trauma that she went through during her childhood, from the age of 13, she stopped gaining weight.
Okay.
So when eventually...
Isn't that a good thing? Depends.
Looking at me, I think it is a very good thing. But looking at her, she was very, no confidence in herself, because being at the age of 22, when she was 22, and people around you are 55, 52 and looking very nice, like this is the ideal weight if you had, and she is only 41 kgs, so she always felt that I'm not
That's
very good.
A little more less.
Yeah,
than.
very less. So 41 kg was something that was too less for her to be in the age of 24, to go out, to wear the dresses that she wants to wear it, and they have an image of a perfect figure, that the chest should be like this.
It's too much being self-conscious in that stage of life.
It is. And there was a time when she started going into depression. I met her 6 months back through one of her friend, and we started with the Hypnogym. And today, touchwood, she is at 49. And yes. And
you did your magic.
And she is so happy with it. And when I look at her, and she's like, because...
What did you do?
I feel bad. She was supposed to go to US for her master's in the September, but they delayed it till Jan because she wants to continue with the Hypnogym till she reached 52, and then she will do that master's. And I was like,
I think you might have to travel to the US.
Because so I've done few workshops there. I've done few workshops in US as well. And yes, I have to go there again.
You better, because she needs you. We all need you. I think more in life, the most important thing is that if you're doing something of service, what I feel right now with you, and bless you for all these beautiful things that you're doing, there's a different kind of enigma, there's a different kind of energy that that you are fulfilled within, and also trying to make a difference.
Yes. I guess with the awareness is the main thing. Like, if you're fully aware of yourself, not about anything else, then you tend to...
Brings me to my next question. What advice do you have for the audience who feel, because most of them are also trapped in this question mark, that a lot of them, do we need that service? How important it is? Because sometimes we just blame it on factors that are not relevant to the prevailing diagnosis that needs to be catered to.
Yeah. See, blaming is again self-protection, I would say, because somewhere you want to feel good about it inside you, is why you put the blame on someone else, that at least I should feel good because it was because of someone else, or the situation was not good.
Human nature.
Human nature. It's a self-defense mechanism to blaming someone else. But I would say that, to each one of you who's listening right now, I'd say that try and be in the moment. You always are stressed, worried, sad if you are in the past or you are in the future. Present is always peaceful. And anytime that you find yourself juggling with any emotion, just take a pause, sit, be in the moment. What is there in the moment?
This is the most biggest challenge for me.
Yeah. What is there? What is happening right now? What is the moment you will be in the present moment, you will immediately understand what requires your attention right now the most. And once you start putting your time into the most wanted thing in the moment, the future will not bother you. Because future is anyways in the future. It's not with you right now.
I think, if you don't mind me suggesting you to please start your book, because every word that we have recorded, thankfully, are gems, are really gems, because I have had the opportunity to do so many episodes, over 60 episodes, and and so many people from the wellness industry, but this one in particular with you has opened my eyes to too many beautiful understanding
Thank you. Thank you so
of
much.
how important it is to understand that nothing is impossible. If the doctor tells you have this, you have to take medication all your life, it can be reversible.
It can be. I have worked on a cancer patient as well, where she was diagnosed with the tumor in the chest, and we did approximately 5 sessions. 8 chemo was recommended. Since the tumor size shrinked, she was only given 5, so 3 was gone. So it does work on your emotional level of any disease, any aspect of your health. It does work with how you're feeling and how you're going forward with your feeling. Why you suppressing?
That's amazing. And you have that, you have that expertise to deal with clients of all different nature. My most important thing I want to ask you is, like, how do we get in touch with you? Like, how does a client, how do you work with them? Is it like on a regular basis, your sessions? Tell us about that.
So it depends as to what the need of the client is.
Right.
So we always prioritize what the client's need is, where the client is currently operating in the current life. Stuck, basically. So depending on where and what is needed, we plan and then we move forward to how it is needed, whether the client only needs hypnotherapy or the client wants to come for Hypnogym. We do 2 sessions in a month, which is a full moon and a new moon sound healing sessions. Sound healing, again, is one of my very favorite modality that I would say that just heals you by doing nothing, by saying nothing, by lying down there. But then yes, this is what we do, and you can get in touch with us by WhatsApp, call. We're always available on WhatsApp. So.
And also, Bodhi, tell me, like, where do you see yourself in this holistic wellness side going? Like, how do you see yourself? What are the new things? Because I think you are the innovator. You are the inventor of so many things, in a way. Like, what are your next plans?
It's beautiful to see now that people are very aware. Now they understand the importance of physical, mental health along with your emotional health. Mm-hmm. So now the priority, which is coming into picture, the awareness that is coming now in these days is beautiful to see. So I see that the wellness sector in today's world, I think post-corona has actually worked a lot, because during corona, everybody got a time to pause and think, which we never had.
Forced to pause.
Let's sit down, think where you're running for what, where you're running, and should you be running or not running.
And it had the biggest rate of having relationship issues and conflicts, because they were never understood.
They didn't have time to think about it, actually. They didn't have time to be with each other. So a lot of divorces happened. A lot of comeback also happened, because then you sat and realized that, okay, fine, this was wrong, I was wrong, I shouldn't have broken up. So I have seen a lot of relationship coming back together, and I've seen a lot of relationship breaking also.
Makes me ask you this question. Like, if someone has an issue, and I always hear people say that, I am like this, I'm born like this, this is in my family, it's coming from hereditary, genes, and it's too difficult to change. I mean, and do you see yourself coming in and making that transition in their lives?
It's a self-defense mechanism. When people come to me and say that, this is how I am and I'm not going to change, there's certainly an trauma from which you don't want to face it again, and you're trying to protect yourself. It's a self-protection from anything that had happened in the past, and you don't want to feel that again. So if any of my friends or maybe like my clients come and say that, my dad had a lot of ego and, he's like this and this. And I say that ego is also a self-protection. No? You'd want to protect yourself from maybe going into a party and people think that you have an ego and you don't want to come. But there's certainly that you're trying to subconsciously protect from feeling something by going into that party is you throw an ego.
Yes.
So you feel better that I have this and I'm not going.
And I think sometimes this is coming from within, like the involuntary actions, which is where you come in. And you have to understand and you have to change those circuits, right? And you can't do it alone. You have to do it with some practitioner.
Yeah,
And
you
you
need
can
to.
rewire and you can make that holistic change.
Yes, you do. If you come to a therapist or, you know, anybody who is listening to you, and especially if a professional help is needed, then yeah, of course you need to get in
Yes.
touch with any of the therapists that you feel comfortable, you feel confident, and moreover, if you feel that you can open up.
Yes. So, Payal, tell me this. Do you want to share some enticing story from one of your clients? And we would love to know more about it.
Okay. So I'll give you an example of my dad. My dad is currently going through the vocal cord cancer. And
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So 1 year back when he was diagnosed with it, and of course, being into this modality, if I can't help my dad, then what's the point? So I decided to do some therapies and see like if we can do any changes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so I went back to India and I sat with him. I spoke to him. I said, "See, this. I things work like that." And to him, he don't understand because back in Patna, where I belong to, the understanding of therapies and all are very less. So people have no idea of to what I do exactly. So he was like, "No, I don't believe in it." I said, "Okay, if you believe in me and let me proceed and just give me the permission and I'll work with it and we'll see the changes will come." This actually shook me because I first started to give him Reiki. So I started with Reiki so that his pain is little subsided. And when I opened his aura and tried to clean it, so I was thrown back. So usually it never happens. In my entire career, it has never happened that in spite the client has given me a permission to proceed and I have been thrown out of the energy segment to not to do it. And that's when I again connected with the energy and his soul. And then it figured out that this particular disease he has selected himself for minimizing the karma. So that's when I got connected with my guru and I told him that this happened and what is it happening? Why is it happening like that? And it's never happened before. So he said, "Yeah, you're right there that, his energy has selected this disease on the body because this is the easiest way to close your karma if you go through a disease through your body, which is painful." So yes, this really shook me up. Like I was like, okay, this also happens. So now after my that incident happened, now when someone comes to me has a tumor or a cancer or any disease, I really look very, very closely.
Deep.
I go even deeper now. I go
Right.
much deeper now to understand that is this soul selection or is just the emotional selection? And then I get the difference that is because the body has a disease because it has been emotionally feeling a lot, or the body has the disease because the soul somewhere has got to know that this is the easiest way to go your karmas.
But it helps you, right, to find the treatment and to find the positive healing.
It does. But then, a lot of people now who comes into the healing modality, there's somewhere they have already understood that healing will close a lot of their karmas. Okay? And with the karma, I mean, of course, the ones that you have to go through, you have to experience it. But the karmas related to your root and sacral are the two karmas that you physically have to experience, and it will never get fade away with the healing, no matter what. So even Buddha had to go through it. He's the
Yes.
ultimate form, and he did had to go through that small period of time that he abandoned his son and his child. So 2 of his petals on the crown chakra was closed. Other than 998 were open when he died, but 2 of them were closed because of these 2 reasons. So the karma doesn't leave you irrespective of who you are, purpose, passion, profession. You have to physically experience it if the karma is related to your sacral or root.
Something I am just listening and absorbing. Because something, I don't know if this really resonates, but you know how Rumi said that you have to break your heart in order to open it.
Open it.
You have to face, and then you have to, because there's no other choice. But like, how do you give the best solution for this?
I think, you need to be passionate about understanding why the person is in this situation.
Yes.
So the first thing that I want to understand the person who is in front of me is why the person has come to this situation, first of all. And it's a lot of digging. Trust me, it's a lot of digging when we talk to them, we try to understand them. And then the actual work happens as to deciding which therapy to go with.
Yes.
Because there is n number of therapies that we can do with certain, but which will eventually bring the maximum result and benefit to him, for him to believe that he's not wrong or made any wrong choice by coming to me. Because, in our modality, people who come to us, we are the last resort. So they have, before coming to me, they have tried everything. So that's how I believe that the right choice of therapy and the understanding of where the client is coming from is very important.
And it's not like a copy and paste. Every client, you have to tailor make that diagnosis and that healing and treatment.
Yes.
Right? Because we all are different human beings.
We all are different human beings.
Absolutely. And while I think that you are, again, doing such phenomenal works, because you are healing people's lives in actual real terms. Because see, doctors can just prescribe us medications and then ask us to go and best of luck. But what is that permanent solution? What is that long-term guarantee that it won't come back, or we will be permanently healed? And we don't. Not saying that you have to be off your medication, but we need to balance it out with the lifestyle, with the environment, or the toxic things, whatever that is being the barrier.
I think the most important thing, irrespective of whether you are to a doctor eating medicine or you are to a healer getting some healing, the most important is the belief system.
Yes.
If you believe this will heal me, it will heal you.
It has to be.
It is completely onto your belief. If you believe that I am healing, I'm moving forward, you will move forward. If you believe that this is going to make changes in my body inside me, the body will change.
Yes.
Because there is no into the subconscious mind. Subconscious always understands yes to whatever it says. So yes.
What is the last message that you want to share with our listeners? And how can they connect with you? Because I know everyone would want to connect with you, ask you many questions, and find like this answer to their problems.
So one thing I would like to say to everybody is that we are here on this earth for one purpose, and the purpose is to live. We do everything, but we forget to live. And I would say that sometimes it is very important for all of us to just pause. Look at the life that you have. Look at the blessings that you have and start living. Once you start living, I think there is no way that you would ever need a doctor or you will ever need a therapist. Because the ultimate goal is to be happy in whichever situation you are. And if you're happy, then you're happy. And if you're sad, of course, I'm there for you. I'm always
absolutely
happy to do anything that can bring happiness into your life. So you can get in touch with me on my email, my WhatsApp, by calls, on my Instagram.
Can you share your Instagram handle, please?
So my Instagram is BODHI Wellness UAE, and I'm available there, so you can DM me there. And yes. And phone number and everything, we will share it. So
we will have all of those details for Payal in our description. And also, I believe that this is not enough. We need to have a second episode soon, because I think all of our audience will definitely be reaching out to you. And we have learned so much. We have had an amazing holistic understanding of as much as Payal could share with us today, and how we have the right to enjoy, be in gratitude, be in that enjoying the present out of the most important aspects. And thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you
an
for having me.
absolute honor. It was
thank you so much.
so exciting, this episode. I can't wait for all of you to tune in and enjoy this, and please keep doing the magic works. And I can't wait to see your next new step. And please, you need to have a book.
Sure, thank you so much. It's an honor when you say that to me, but I feel really, really honored.
Because you're doing it, and you are actually making change in everyone's life.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, Payal, again for this.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and everyone, thank you so much. And we will be back with another exciting episode.